And here we are again, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Before we get into it, just a quick heads up. Please pardon any grammatical errors or run-on sentences in this post. English is neither the first nor second language of the OP, and your favorite spaceman is just reading it the way he sees it. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, everybody, let's see what we got. Today's story is brought to you by u/no-throwaway231 from today's subreddit r/true-off-my-chest. Am I overreacting when I find out that my husband slept with his female friend? Little background. Okay, my husband, let's call him Ben, and I been together going on 5 years now, married about 2 years, and we bought a house recently. And it's a fixer-upper, but you know, since it's ours, we don't have to rush to get everything fixed ASAP. We can just fix it on our own speed. In the house, we have a room that is available where no one is in there now, but he has this female friend,
let's call her Nan,
who was at our wedding, and we've hung out with in multiple occasions, and I had no reason to feel awkward around her because I was unaware of Nan and Ben's past. Let's get to now. She needs somewhere to stay because of changes in her life where she wants to downsize to save money because, you know, XYZ is going to happen in her future. Now, I don't want to state what she's going to do in the future to give too much information, just in case he's reading this. Now, of course, I trust Ben because he has not given me any reason not to. So when he came to me saying that Nan needed a place that is smaller and cheaper for just maybe a couple of months, and knowing their dynamic of relationship,
of course, I was uninformed they slept together yet.
I just said yes without even second guessing, and also I see how that extra cash could benefit us to get some repair done in the house. Now, after saying yes about 2 to 3 weeks later, for some reason, I had this gut feeling that there is something that made me uncomfortable about Nan being in our home, and I felt like Ben was not telling me the whole truth. So last night we were having a random conversation and I asked him, did he ever slept with Nan? And he said yes. And I asked him again, was she one of those women that wanted a relationship with him because he had mentioned in the past that they were females friends that wanted a relationship with him, but once they slept together and realizing that it wouldn't work and they broke it off and go back to being friends. So that's why I asked him if Nan was one of those women. Now I got upset and I showed him that I was upset because he did not tell me this woman that's going to be living in our home is someone that was almost an ex, and she wanted a relationship with him, and he said no. And that's one of those information he should not have withheld from me because it could have affected my decision. Saying yes or no, she could come and live with us, and told him he asked for Nan to live with us under false pretenses, and he lied to me to get her to live with us. And he thinks that it doesn't matter because it is his past and they had put it behind them, and to them it is history and it was irrelevant to mention it to me. Am I overreacting? Because I feel like he lied to me, and having her living here will make me incredibly uncomfortable and awkward and making me think what could happen while I'm away at work. And I don't know if she still has feeling for him or not. Please someone give me advice if I'm overreacting. Well. I think it's safe to say that you aren't overreacting at all. This is information that should have been provided up front, whether it was in the past or not. They bumped uglies. So that is some information that totally needed to be divulged before moving forward with any agreement. Anyway, let's see what the community has to say. First reply from the community from MinuteBox3852. She would not be living within my house. The end. OP, that is a very, very acceptable boundary. My God. Tell him nope. Ain't gonna happen. When she asks, he tells her the truth. It's very simple. OP responds, and he did. I just feel like shit because I am over here thinking like he should have told me who she was because of our relationship with the three of us, and I would have made the right choice with all the info available to me and not have to say yes and then say no after finding out what I know now. Completely understandable, OP. Your man should have provided you with all this info. 100%. MinuteBox3852 comes back. You have nothing to feel bad about. Don't doubt for 1 minute they kept that from you intentionally. He knew it would be an issue. This is on him, and I will tell him it's caused you to lose trust in him. Followed up by Bouncy Books. Absolutely loss of trust. Oh, and looky what we have here. The OP provided us with an update. I want to thank everyone for all those kind words and giving me an idea on how to approach things, but there is a whole lot more that I found out, and I believe we're going to need a therapy because they didn't really just sleep together. Once it sounded like they had a full-blown short-term relationship that didn't work out. I found sexy pictures of her and her under pictures on his phone, and he is saying that they were before me and him were a thing. Like, does he not see how bad it keeps looking for him? Also, I forgot and left out some very important information, such as the same time I was having those gut feelings, I found out that they had a lease together where she currently lives, and I only found out because I have informed delivery and saw the mail and asked him about it, and he told me it's because she was having issues getting in and his name was put on there to help. I'm gonna say that's once. To help once that time. I believe now, I don't know. By the way, that same lease she was trying to get out by moving in with us before making her future plans, which I will not disclose. Now imagine finding that out and knowing that they slept together and he has a key to her house.
I was aware of the key, but not the lease.
It just makes things so much worse. I did have a conversation between the three of us, but before I even go any further, we decided that we needed therapy. I feel like both of them are gaslighting me to think that I'm overreacting. When I point blank asked her if she was in my situation to find out all those info only because she listened to her gut feeling, how would she feel? And she had the audacity to tell me,
well, I would have completely feel uncomfortable, but I still wouldn't say yes.
That looks to me like that should be a would instead of a wouldn't. Let's amend that. Rewind.
Well, I would have completely feel uncomfortable, but still would say yes to his friend because I don't hold grudges.
Like, are you kidding me? And for the people that's worried about my grammar, English is not my first or second language. I apologize for any mistakes that are found. The thing is, I am writing this as I am being extremely emotional, so I'm not processing my words fully. Also, I wanted to ask, for those people who thought I was overreacting, do you think I'm overreacting now? And let's bring it home with this comment from Just Because. Well, Dirty Nan's opinion is not needed. She should have no part in this conversation. Stop letting her feel relevant. She's got your husband for that. There's a reason he married you and just kept her as the dirty side piece. Even he knows she's not worth more than being a dirty secret. You should take that key and go have a look at the apartment they, quote unquote, share. Does he have bathroom supplies so he can shower? His own drawer or space in the closet? Any of his belongings? Pictures up? I would kick him out. The house is in your name too. He's the one with 2 residences with his wife and whorish friend. They share a lease and he's already had keys. He can go or take his name off the lease and leave her in the streets where she belongs. She should have been out of the picture before he even started dating you. And pictures of her? Like that? Probably not all old. If his original reasoning from the first post were true, he would not have them at all. I could go on with the other details you've given, but you already know. Unless he completely drops her, goes permanently no contact with her, and gets really freaking honest, therapy isn't going to work for the two of you. Gotta say, I am curious why you are so protective and secretive of what she's doing with her life. These changes started all of this suspicious and her need to move in with your husband. It seems like it's important info. At this point, there is no valid reason to cover for her or keep her secrets. Ooh, that's a spicy meatball. Way to let them have it. And that'll wrap it up for us, friends. If you did enjoy this, please give it a like and a subscribe. I'd love to hear if you have any feedback down below in the comments. Anyway, away I go. 07 salute.